I have something to share that could truly change your whole entire mindset when it comes to making money. It's the strategy that took me from making $16 an hour to $40 per hour in just 3 months. Let me take you back for a moment. I worked at a corporate job for over 8 years, and even before that, I was always working like basic jobs, usually paying me under $10 an hour. But my last corporate job, it was like 8+ years, and I was only making $16 per hour. It was a tough situation for me, and I knew that there had to be something better. So I took a leap of faith and literally left my corporate job, my safe feeling job, and decided to try freelancing. Now, prior to this, I had already started my YouTube channel and learned a lot about this industry. I had multiple revenue streams on the side of my corporate job, like digital product sales, AdSense, affiliate marketing. So I was already attempting to build my own business with a corporate job. But what I soon realized is that it was so hard to put focus into my own business with a 40-hour per week job. There is just a lot more structure with a corporate job versus doing something like freelancing. So what I realized is if I left my corporate job to work as a freelancer, it would literally give me more freedom to be able to also build my business. Also, according to a recent survey done by Upwork, 70% of professionals find freelancing to be more satisfying and offer better work-life balance than traditional employment. So even though that was so new to me, it was something I wanted to jump into. So I started working for a YouTuber that I already loved, and over time I became her operations manager for a social media agency that she had built. And now I lead a team of talented freelancers, and that just really scratches the surface of where I've gotten to in the freelancing industry. And just one little tip before we move forward, if you are looking into doing freelancing, I highly recommend doing some networking now to start building up a little bit of a reputation around your town locally or even online. For me, I would say I got a little lucky. I was tapping through Instagram stories when I saw that Katie Steckley, who I work with, was hiring, and I applied and I got an interview, and I obviously got the job, but that doesn't always work out that way. So just so you know, networking is one of the biggest ways to help you get into the freelancing industry. Once you get your foot in the door, it's easier to find more opportunities because you start building a resume and a portfolio, but that first job is the hardest to find. And so just start doing some networking. You never know who needs help in their own current business or their social media platforms. There's a lot of jobs out there, you just have to find them. Also, before moving forward, I wanted to let you know I do have a free resource that you can grab. It's called the 90-Day Corporate Escape Plan, and literally it lays out exactly how I went from working corporate to being where I am now. It's essentially a map to do that yourself, so you can grab that completely for free, and I will have that linked in the description. Freelancing is so much different than corporate work. My daily routine is incredibly diverse. It changes every single day, every single week. I do have tasks that I repeat each week, and those are things like creating Instagram content for our social media agency, doing a weekly newsletter, writing a podcast script and editing it. But then we also work on special projects like digital products, courses, things like that. So things are always staying a little fresh, and that's another beautiful thing about freelancing is it's just not that same thing every single day. And I feel like with corporate, it usually is. You have a job and you do that same job every single day, and it's just the easiest way to burn out, where with freelancing, stuff changes up so often that I never really feel that same grind as I did with corporate. So of course, working with Katie is just where I started in freelancing. I now even work for a second YouTuber, a lot less hours, but I do help her plan events as an event coordinator. So I've helped her plan workshops. We're in process of planning a retreat. And with this freelancing opportunity, the work is completely different. So again, it keeps things fresh and new. You don't always have to do the same exact type job for all of your freelancing clients. You can help with social media for this one, but help plan events for this one. Maybe you have a background in accounting and you help somebody with accounting or invoicing or something like that for another freelancing opportunity as well. So things can be different client by client, which again just keeps things new and fresh and not so repetitive. Now let's chat a little bit about finances and how I'm making that big number of $40 per hour. I'm not making that amount of money just from one person, one freelance client. I am making money from multiple clients and also multiple other revenue streams as well, including all the ones I mentioned for YouTube. That's AdSense, affiliate marketing, occasional brand partnerships, digital product sales, and I think that's it off the top of my head. But I have multiple different revenue streams, and I think that's super important, especially if you're working for yourself. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket because you absolutely have no idea if that revenue stream is going to be solid a year from now. So it's better to diversify your income streams, and that way, no matter what, you have some form of income coming in. Now, as far as how much I work, because I really want to break that down, I'm making 40 an hour. However, I'm actually working less hours. So in corporate, I was making 16 an hour, working 40 hours per week. Right now I'm making around 40 per hour in total, working 30 to 35 hours per week. Of course, it changes week by week. Some weeks I might work 40 plus hours. Some weeks I might work like 30 or less. It really just depends on what is going on. But the point is, I'm making more per hour because I'm also working less hours. And funny enough, at 16 an hour, 40 hours per week, I was taking home maybe a couple thousand per month or something like that. And with as much as I make now, I'm bringing home around 6,000 per month, if not more. And it's because I'm bringing in so much more money from all of these revenue streams that on an hourly basis, I'm making more money. And then also on a monthly basis, I'm also making more money, but working less hours, if that makes sense. So like, I have more freedom and time to work on my own business outside of my freelancing hours, but I'm actually still bringing home more money than I did before and working less, which is definitely the goal. So the biggest thing too, if you are working for yourself, you're working freelancing, you're working on your own business, you have to really set some boundaries for yourself. You need to figure out exactly what times you're gonna be working on your freelancing clients, what times you're gonna be working on your business, what time you want to set aside for your life, your family. For me, I have an adorable 5-year-old and I obviously want to spend time with him and my husband. So I have a hard stop usually around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's when I am able to spend time with my family. And then if I have a lot of extra work to do and I need to get it done, my son goes to bed around 8:30, and then I will get back to working after he is asleep so that I don't lose out time with him. When you are working at home and for yourself, it's very easy to just like work all the time, especially on your own business, because really the sky is the limit as far as what things you want to take on, new projects you might want to start. And I am guilty of that. I could sit here and be planning things for my business all day long, but you have to kind of really set a boundary for yourself to stop at some point and also make that a routine, because it's going to make things a lot easier for you and more consistent on a week by week basis. So that was my journey from $16 to $40 an hour. Again, don't forget to grab my freebie. I will have it linked in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, you probably will like this one, so watch it next. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.